Greetings! How are you all doing? I hope you are doing fine and in good health. I am sat here in my living room having a drink. This is a Spanish beer, I think it is, and it's called Estrella. It's similar like Red Stripe beer, but yeah. There's something, guy, I want to share with you. Earlier on this evening, I went down to the supermarket. You know, I'm not one for newspaper and news and that, because sometimes news can be so misleading. You know what I mean? So while I was in the supermarket, I was just browsing and reading some of them. And I saw this Daily Star. And it caught my eyes. So when I checked the price, it was only 10p. 10 pence. So I had to buy it. Yeah. So this headline that caught my eyes, it says here, Jesus ID riddle. And the bigger headline is saying, he's not the Messiah. He's a very naughty Greek boy. I guess you can say, he's not the Messiah. He's a very naughty Greek boy. So I had to buy it, you see. I couldn't even wait until I reached home to read it. So I sat there in the car and reading it. So this first bit here says, I'm going to read it to you. Jesus was a shoeless Greek philosopher who renounced women and booze and grew a long beard. A new Amazon documentary claims the real Son of God wasn't even Jewish, and the whole thing was a big mix-up. That's the headline. So then it says here to move on to page 5. And this is what page 5 says. If you can see, Jesus up the Greek without a paddle. So Jesus up the Greek without a paddle. And this little bit read, Son of God was big mix up. You can see it. I want you to see it. Son of God was a big mix up. You know, sometimes you see some things on Facebook or YouTube, wherever, and people telling you what they know, and people would say to you things like, you don't have to listen to me, or you don't have to take what I say, go and do your research. But I am wondering if it's not the same people who make the lie, make the story for you to research. Isn't it the same? Because who control the thing? You know what I mean? Who control the thing? Anywho, I'm going to read what the story says here. So stay with me. Very interesting. It says Jesus was actually a shoeless Greek philosopher who grew a beard and renounced women and booze, an Amazon documentary claims. The show claims the real Son of God was not even Jewish, and the whole thing was a big mix-up. Over time, it says Jesus became the name on everyone's lips, but it was actually a humble preacher called Apollonius of Tyana who was the real deal. The study claims that descriptions of Jesus' life and his miracles may have been mistaken for that of the Greek sage. There is allegedly more evidence that he existed than the Jesus we all know. And the European is even said to look like Christ. The documentary explains there is in fact a man who can be found in text outside of the Bible after the church failed to eradicate him from history. His name is Apollonius, and he was born in the 3rd or 4th year BC in Tyana, in Cappadocia, Anatolia. He became a disciple of religious teacher Pythagoras, renouncing flesh, wine, and women. He wore no shoes and let his hair and beard grow long. The series claims Apollonius became famous, much like Jesus, performing miracles and preaching. He was worshipped widely by the Romans and was even said to have brought people back from the dead. Stay with me. It explained eventually Apollonius became a wise sage himself, and his own notoriety grew. Aurelian Roman Empire vowed to erect temples and statues to his honor. He reportedly restored life to the dead and spoke of things beyond human reach. And unlike Jesus, there is evidence to prove Apollonius actually existed. The claims come from the controversial Bible Conspiracies documentary. Critics of the documentary point out evidence of the Greek was written more than a century after texts about Jesus. Now, I am not confused because I've been learning and searching and seeing things. So I am not confused, to be honest. But I'm saying, when we are long gone from society, our children's children, or children's children, they're not gonna learn about Jesus like we learned from our grandparents and our parents. There's gonna be another name. There's gonna be another name. So this is crazy. There's gonna be another name given to them by which they must worship. You know? So I don't know how we're gonna get out of this mix-up story, these lies that these people been telling. And then when you think of doing research, it's the same people then putting text into context for you to research. So there's no winning. There's no winning. They just keep telling you lies after lies after lies after lies. Anywho, I shared it with you, so you can't say I'm selfish. Here it is. Here it is. Jesus up the Greek without a paddle. Son of God was big mix up. Until next time, peace out, guys. And I'll speak to you again soon. One love. Mwah.